Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to do a quick garden update. What's going on around the old garden today. And the tomatillos are looking fantastic. Thank you, Lord, for that. They're looking great. As long as the big old cold front don't come through, we'll be all right with those. And the outlook is looking like warm and dry. So we're in the 80s every day. We got some firebird tomatoes over here that are growing very nicely, starting to bloom out. So that's good. The red snapper tomatoes have not yet started blooming yet. The Everglades, of course, they don't never seem to stop. So you can see the little tomatoes over there, the tomatoes over there. They're growing everywhere. So things are fantastic. Over here we have a homestead red tomato. She is one good looking tomato bush. She has a tomato. I was looking right over there. Look at that. There's a tomato growing over there. So yeah, we got blooms, we got tomatoes. These two indeterminate varieties have not started blooming yet, but they're close. And, we'll see what happens with those is all I can say. Kind of like with these cucumbers. We'll see what happens with these. Believe it or not, that plant was just added there just because I had a cucumber plant left over and I just planted it there. But I've already actually got some cucumbers off of it. The pig, looking pigged. Got some rust on it, as usual. This is avocado we started from seed this summer. And it's looking pretty dang fantastic. Looking pretty darn good. The other one next to it, not so much. But yeah, tomatillo's looking good. Over here are turnip greens looking good. Over here we got cherry bell radishes, and then right over there we got French breakfast radishes, which are starting to pop out the ground a little bit. As you can see over there. We still got peppers. This is a Pathfinder Serrano. Over here we got sweet Delilah peppers. Just growing. I love these things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not grown these, please grow these things. These things are fantastic. They taste way better than a bell pepper, in my opinion. They taste better than a bell pepper. They grow quicker. The bush doesn't seem to, die back as easy as a bell pepper. Bell pepper bushes sometimes can be a real pain. Over here, the jalapenos, there's still a jalapeno in the bushes. Slowed down, obviously, because of the cold. It comes through here and there, but we're in the 80s, so it's not slowed down a whole bunch, but slowed down enough. But it's still coming out with new fruits, so we're letting it roll. The asparagus is looking fantastic in each bed, even though, need to trim some of these yellow things back, but she's looking pretty good. Over here we got some beets growing. Right over there I got some seeds for some salsa pea. We'll see if that pops up or not. I couldn't get it to grow last year. I don't know. I might have to try dead in the middle of winter when it's somewhat cool, because I don't know. All last winter I couldn't get it to grow. Okay. I got some oregano, some Greek oregano. We got some thyme. The thyme has just took over the bed. I love this stuff. I just eat the heck out of this thyme over here. So, love that. We got our Savannah mustards going. Over here we got some broccoli plants going, some Chinese broccoli, and some green magic broccoli, I believe it is. We got carrots over there. Got two kinds of carrots. We got a Istanbul carrot and a Yellowstone carrot growing there. Over here we still have squash plants. Still have squash. So that's coming together. So they got a little mildew on them, but it is what it is. I mean, they're warm season plants. Kind of like these watermelons down there. Or not watermelons, I'm sorry. Those are pumpkins, I'm sorry. Those things are going, I'm surprised. Over here we still got this okra bush. This okra bush was blooming whenever the cold front come through, and it's stayed blooming. I picked 3 or 4 okra off of it this morning. I could pick these But I'm actually been letting them get a little bit bigger, because if this is going to be the last hurrah of the bush, I want the okra to be as big as I can get them. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Hello. Ah, that is so cool. Getting a little snack on things, I'm sure. Look at that. So neato. The little critters in here. Okay, back to the door. The pineapple guava. The pineapple guava. The dwarf papaya. They both need to be planted. I have not done it yet. I have slacked, but that will be done here soon, actually, in another bed. Over here, we got butternut squash. Butternut squash in the middle of winter, supposedly. Look at that. So, yeah, we're gonna let those suckers grow and see what happens with the butternut squash. Over here, we got peas and beans. Over here, these are Georgia purple hull peas. They like the cold a little bit more, it seems. So they're just now actually starting to do something. Over here, we actually got they're black-eyed peas. Those are cow peas. They do not like the cold, and they just got hit back a little bit in the 30s, when the 30s come through here last week. Over here we still got cucumbers. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Still blooming. The rest of them look terrible, I think. You know, the plants look terrible. But they are still producing cucumbers. So I'm really surprised about that. But they're still growing cucumbers, even though they've been severely, hitting the cold. They don't like cold. So that little bit of cold front that did come through, they didn't like it very much. Over here, of course, I just did a video the other day on these. These are my red Chianti onions. And in the middle, I have some elephant garlic. So it just got planted 2 days ago, so they're looking pretty good. The white onions over here are looking good. All those onions are looking good. That is kale, you see right there. So we got some kale there, we got some kale there, we got some kale over there. These here in the middle, these are purple Vienna kohlrabi. I've never grown before. We're gonna give it a go. Right here on these sides, there's some little bitty cabbage plants that are not growing as quick as I would like, to be honest with you. I might have to give them a little bit more food. Over here is the attack of the pest. For some reason, the bugs have been horrible on these potatoes. And I think that's one of the drawbacks of fall potatoes, that and they just don't grow as quick, obviously. So that's a little drawback, but it doesn't matter. In January, this will be flipped and it will turn into a spring potato bed. So you're gonna do even better. So, but they're growing. They're growing. I didn't heal them up as much as I usually would, but they're healed up enough to where they ain't gonna, show no taters. Over here again is the not homestead, sorry about that, is the wild Everglades, Florida Everglades plant. It is growing great. If I step back and look at it, it is amazing. Underneath that, I got some basils in there. And then we're back over here, kind of where we started, like here in Tomatillo land. Okay, over here, things looking great. The different onions, Egyptian walking onions, that is warrior onions. A little difference in the onions. But other than that, that is it. That's what we got growing. Over here in like these totes, once these things decide they're done, I have broccoli, I have Brussels sprouts, I have arugula, I have a Swiss chard, different things. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts, I believe, we're going to go in these two totes. And then we're going to put some asparagus, some celery, if I can get celery to grow. Celery don't seem to grow. It's very, very hard to grow celery when it ain't cold. But I'm going to grow that here. And right here, put some Swiss chard and stuff like that. One thing I did notice here, ladies and gents, the other day, was this right here. This little bush. I think that's a pineapple ground cherry. I had a pineapple ground cherry bush right here. The pests kept damaging it, so, you know, and it was getting cold. It didn't like it, so I did away with it. But this one popped up. Little volunteer, and I'm pretty sure that is one as well. And that right there may be a tomato. It's amazing the volunteers that just show up in the yard. But yeah, that'll be it for today, ladies and gents. I hope you'll have a fantastic day. Wow, look at that jalapeno. Look at that. Oh, yes. But yes, I hope you'll have a fantastic day, a lovely day, and just a blessed day. Take care. See you next time.